Hi guys, welcome back. I hope that DHCP has been very clear for you. I forgot to mention in my previous video that DHCP is used as well by your ISP. For example, you have your internet ADSL connection at home. Remember that each network, to go to the internet, you need a public IP address. Each time that you switch on your modem or router, your ISP assigns a public IP address to your modem, and if you switch it off, your public IP address goes back to its DHCP pool and makes it available for another user to use it. So basically, the public IP address that has been assigned to you today, when you switch off your modem or router, the same public IP address might be assigned like to your neighbor's home. Now, what I'm going to explain is TCP ports, Transmission Control Protocol ports. What is TCP ports? TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol. When your computer is looking for information, for example on a web, it needs to connect on a particular port. For example, you have a switch here. I will try to explain ports in a very practical way for you to understand. You have a switch. You have a PC connected here. And that PC has an IP address of 192.168.1.100, a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0, and a default gateway, for example, of 192.168.1.1, and a DNS IP, for example, 8.8.8.8. That PC IP address is 192.168.1.100. For example, this PC now, I want to make it a web server. That PC, I want to host a website. When I host a website on a PC, I need to install its program. Normally in Windows it's IIS. You install that program. What happens to that IP address? A port is open on that PC. I will put a column to refer to that port. That port will give other computers access to this website now. And a website normally it works with port 80. How many ports do we have? You can open up to 65,535 ports on one IP address. There might be 65,535 ports that can be opened on one IP address. Those ports, they are all ports that are below 1024 are normally reserved ports. For example, if there is a website running on a PC, HTTP is a website, it uses port 80. For example, this PC is an email server. If you have heard of the SMTP protocol, on that PC, as soon as I configure it as an email server, not client, I'm not talking about Outlook, I'm talking about, for example, this is my Google mail server. To send email, I will need to open port 25, for example. There is another port which is called Post Office Protocol, which uses port 110. Okay? 110. There are so many ports that are reserved like this. You have like for DNS. If this is a DNS server, it uses port 53. To better understand the concept of ports, for example, now I have a PC here, a laptop connected on the same network. This laptop has an IP address of 192.168.1.101. So the task is 255.255.255.0, and the gateway is 192.168.1.1. Now from this laptop, as I mentioned to you, that this PC I have configured a website, and now port 80 is open. Now from this laptop, I open the browser, for example, Internet Explorer. What I will type here, I type http:// the IP address of this PC, 192.168.1.100. What basically I am accessing here from this laptop, I am trying to access the website. Look how this connection will go now. This PC's, this laptop's IP address is, I will write source. This source IP address is 192.168.1.101. My destination, this is the laptop. My destination, I am going to access that PC. What is that IP address of that PC? It is 192.168.1.100. Now, that source, which port it will connect on the destination, it is port 80, because remember, well, all website that uses HTTP uses port 80. So basically, that will connect to port 80. Now, there should be a port that will connect from the source as well. So basically, any ports like higher than 1024, it will be automatically assigned by the networking suite. So basically, you can get like a port 6541. This is a random port. At this point in time, this occurs in the background. You will get your website here. Welcome to ABC website, for example, which is running on here. So that is port. For example, now on that PC, I want to run, for example, an email server. As soon as I run an email server on that PC, there will be two ports will be open, port 25 and port 110. Basically, there are different types of ports. I will try to explain to you now. That's my small router with the inbuilt switch. That's my router. That's my small port for the phone line, which goes with the internet. I have one PC here. That's my router. I have, for example, a laptop here. From that laptop, my IP address on that laptop is 192.168.1.101. My subnet mask, for example, is 255.255.255.0. And my default gateway is 192.168.1.1. What is default gateway? Is basically, that's my default gateway. The IP address that is assigned internal is 192.168.1.1. Basically now, on this I have an ELS of 8.8.8.8. My router is connected to my ISP. I have a server somewhere, for example, in the United States. in the United States, which is www.facebook.com. I have a DNS server here, for example in France, which is 8.8.8.8. I open a browser. Look what happened on the laptop now. On the laptop, what happened? I open, for example, Internet Explorer. I type www.facebook.com. What happens at this point in time, if you have seen my previous videos, at this point in time, this is a URL. My PC can't make me reach facebook.com unless it knows its public IP address. That PC will go and query the DNS server and will look for the Facebook public IP address. As soon as it gets the public IP address of Facebook, it will go and route to Facebook. For example, the public IP address of Facebook is 100.100.100.100. Look what will happen. What I have typed here on my PC is http://www.facebook.com. Basically, my source IP is that IP address. It's 192.168.1.100. My destination is the public IP address of Facebook. In that case, it's 100.100.100.100. It is connected via HTTP, which is port 80. And as I mentioned before, this port will be a random port. Any ports above 1024, for example, 7174. This is the connection, the transport layer connection, where it will send all the TCP packets for you to get the website here. If you want to see that connection, you just need to go on Start. You type cmd. There's a command called netstart. You can do that. You press enter. You will see that connection on your PC, but you need to ensure you open Facebook prior to doing that. I hope that this has been informative for you, and I thank you for watching. Please catch me on my next video.